We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New England Patriots. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second and very short, Mayfield. That's to the tight end, Davidson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff for Washington. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for New England. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Dillon is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. Dillon again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
trying to pound it in with Washington. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now Wentz on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flush to his right. And Wentz going to slide to his stop. He does have the first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Waiting! Kill. That's 22, back 22. Yeah, I got you.
On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's got Burton here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Chandler, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A good start to the drive here. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there for the Patriots.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Thornton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Here's Robinson.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Wentz now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right.
And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Mike 36. Mike 36. Hey, they scared.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A give running right, Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense,
and that's caught inside the 35.
Okay, baby, come on.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 81 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Dances by him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 58, boy, 58, Mike. Check.
Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Washington.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Washington on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Wentz to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Here's Mayfield. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here's Robinson.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
He'll buy some time right.
And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be
be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, it's Chandler, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Wentz going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So that'll back him up 5. Mayfield looks to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now Wentz. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Dillon now off the option.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Mayfield running the option right.
On first, here's Washington. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Here's Robinson.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Wentz to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tanner Muse with it, and the Patriots will take over here here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Alert, 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 alert. 52, Mike 52. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check it back. Check it back. Patch it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all.
And when he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly.